Hi, I'm delighted to be here right now with Nate Zeleznick, who's the founder of White Dove Method, the White Dove Method, which is actually formerly Vibrovision. And we have been learning some pretty incredible techniques, some energy healing techniques, some techniques to enable you to open up the third eye and see with your consciousness and heal other people with energy. It's just phenomenal. Hi Nate, thank you so much for this weekend.
Neil, this has just been absolutely epic having you here. And talk about a last minute surprise. You know, we've been talking for quite like years, literally years, to get you here to one of these workshops. And the fact that literally in the 11th hour last night, you're like, I'm in. And so I got to meet you face to face for the very first time today, and yesterday, and I have to say it has been an absolute honor and pleasure. And for having somebody with so much of an eclectic, strong energy work, breath work background such as yourself to come into this workshop and to be able to bring what you've already done and then experience something that is truly out of this world, which the White Dove Method is truly unique in the world, but then to be able to really recognize what we have here and in relation to what you've done before, and realize, okay, this is how I can use this to improve my life as well as the lives of the other people that I serve. It's always such an honor to be with somebody who also has a great, strong, knowledgeable background and can then bring something amazing to the table in the form of wisdom and other knowledge. And I just have been absolutely tickled. So, Neil, I'm curious, how did you originally find out about this?
So
remind me.
We met originally through a manifestation mastermind.
Napoleon Gratitude, that's right.
Thank you, Napoleon. And they were featured on the Superhuman documentary. If you haven't seen it, definitely see it. I think the Vibrovision logo is on that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
MP USA,
MP USA,
company,
the overall company, which you are the co-founder of.
Yes, I'm still the CEO and co-founder. Yeah.
So this company is enabling people to see with their consciousness, their third eye, that eye that's in the middle of the brain, which most of us have no idea about how to activate or utilize, certainly consciously. So when I was watching this documentary, I was thinking, wow, this is pretty incredible. People are actually driving go-karts and playing sport and reading and doing things that would normally require their eyes. And it looks like they were teaching people to see, like blind people to see with their third eye. And it looked out of this world. And it was interesting that this happened because I think in the same month, I had seen a video of these Indian children doing exactly the same thing on YouTube. And within a very short period of time, I was thinking, oh, that must have been cool, being an Indian child, being brought up in India and being taught those tools. How cool would that be? And then very shortly after that, I was privileged to be introduced to you, having seen the Superhuman documentary. And their company is teaching people it's from a martial art, isn't it? Mapati Putu martial art, 500 years in the making, is that right?
Yeah, so the Javanese royal family from Central Java, Indonesia. I'm actually the very first non-Indonesian person ever allowed access to and the ability to learn and advance in rank to this martial art. And my brother and I, back in 1999, we started this company together, training together under the tutelage of a former Special Forces trainer for the Merpati Putih, or the White Dove system in Indonesia. And what we've been doing is for the past 21 years, we were bringing this together to the entire world to help people with martial arts, energy work, energy development, meditation, internal healing, external healing of ourselves and other people, as well as this mind sight discipline of unlocking different abilities and abilities to sense our environment by using senses other than the five senses. And recently, we've decided to really enjoy our paths in a different way, separate from one another, still serving humanity, where we're now serving a larger audience and larger audiences using different techniques from the White Dove system, because there are a lot of energy work and meditation and breathwork systems out there, but I've never seen anything, not even close to the comprehensive scope of the White Dove system. It's just, it's like the Google Play Store. There's an app for that. No matter pretty much what it is, there's an app for that in the White Dove system. And so he is still working with the Vibrovision, and I am now taking the other techniques and bringing that, whether it's internal healing, inner power generation, which is quick, faster than any other method in the world, whether it is athletic sports performance and peak performance enhancement, or Tantra, work. Yes, you heard that right.
You didn't
Helping
teach us that,
people.
this. You didn't teach us
No,
this.
we didn't go into that one here. I love you, Neil, but that's a little weird. That's another workshop. That's another workshop, and it's really specifically for couples, and where if you're able to help affect the energy of your partner in a certain way, that I'll just put it this way. There's one word that I could use, and it's called, and I'm not quite sure how you spell that, but I can guarantee you that's what that course really causes for couples.
Amazing.
I can't even tell you how many White Dove Method practitioners, their marriage has been saved through these techniques.
Wow.
It's really incredible.
Amazing. Yeah, I think our world just opens up exponentially once we have discovered the world of energy.
Absolutely.
And just by meeting people, putting the sex conversation aside, although that's obviously an interesting one, met people this weekend who have reversed incurable illnesses. Incurable according to one form of medicine. And they have done it using this method. And imagine being told you have a 3-year lifespan, like you've got a terminal disease, you're going to be dead in 3 years. One of the women here had that result. And there's other similar kind of case studies. And it's just remarkable what can be done with this energy work. And it's not work, is it? We are energy beings. They are techniques, they're exercises to become more and more embodied with your energy. And that's precisely how I feel right now, having done these exercises repeatedly over the weekend. And they've been built on as the weekend has gone on. And I have sensed other people's energy, within a very, not too close proximity, this kind of distance. And that was quite cool. And also just feeling, as you were talking after one of the exercises, I almost felt like I was energy. It was like, and I had my coffee in my hand and I was holding it either side like this. And I could feel the energy bouncing through the coffee cup. And it's just the more we become in tune with the energy aspect of us, I think it becomes more obvious and evident that we are energy. And we know that anyway. It's been proven in quantum physics, and Tesla always says if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. And Einstein and various quantum physicists have been all over this for a very long time. And we're now living in exciting times where the likes of Nate and the White Dove Method are bringing this to all of us. And it doesn't have to stay in Indonesia anymore. And we all get to experience this kind of magic. So thank you for all of this.
It is.
I'm excited. This is just the beginning of the journey, isn't it? There's just so much more to learn.
It's truly my honor and my pleasure. There's not many people have the opportunity to really find a path with heart that is their actual soul calling. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. A lot of people work, go to sleep, they have family, they do their 40 years or whatever, multiple careers, they work to make things happen in their life and be able to buy things, and then they think that's the end of it and then they're dead. But some of us, we have such a strong, powerful awakening, especially I was so blessed to have it early in my life, that informs us as to why we decided to incarnate on the planet. And I know that's a woo-woo out there kind of concept, but the fact of the matter is we're all here to do what we're all here to do. We all have some kind of a purpose, and for those people who really want to look inside, White Dove Method in Indonesian is to seek and to find that which is right, doing in silence. To really look inside and find your path by having silence in your heart, silence in your mind, and silence in your spirit, and being able to ask those correct questions in order to get those correct answers. Instead of being told what to do, you get to learn more of why you came here to do what you're here to do, without other people's opinions, without your family, without even your own self-judgment, without society telling you you can only do this. So that's one thing that I love about White Dove Method, is it helps people in a non-denominational way explore their highest potential as human. And it doesn't matter if somebody's Buddhist, Muslim, Christian, agnostic, or atheist. If you have a body, it will work for you. And since you qualify, I'm really glad that you were here. You have a body, and what can I say? We're really on the verge of so many things, whether it's psychedelic medicine, energy medicine, meditation, quantum physics. There are so many things out there that are really just creating new paradigms for the human condition.
Totally.
And
an emerging consciousness.
Absolutely. And the fact that I get to really help spearhead this method for North and South America in such an amazing way that helps people so quickly, I could not be more honored. I could not be more honored. I've tried to be.
It can't be. The first time I was exposed to Nate and we did a webinar, there was someone, this was April 2020 or 2021, I think it was April 2020.
2020. It was right after the world shut down with COVID.
Yeah.
It was very shortly after.
And there was someone there with long COVID, and in one session,
Yes,
she was in tears. I saw her, she was in tears at the end of the session. And she had been experiencing all kinds of symptoms since having COVID. And it must have been later than April. Anyway, June, July, maybe that year. But I saw with my naked eyes, bare eyes, her transformation. She was overwhelmingly emotional. And I think, given that the breath is a major part of this work, and movement, the combination, the specificity of the breath and the movement is so, well, specific.
Yeah.
It's precise, thank you. And the magic it does in the body, the power that it gives you in the body, can create what seemingly are spontaneous remissions. Because it's all about energy and creating that energy within the body. Well, that's kind of my perception of what I'm witnessing in others. So yeah, powerful stuff. If anyone has long COVID or anything, we shouldn't talk about conditions ever, should we?
Yeah.
Consider breath work, consider moving, consider combining them, read between the lines.
Right there, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Read between those lines. And the most important thing that people can do is to wake up, become conscious, start these deep questions, these deep thoughts, and asking these questions about who am I, why am I here, what am I supposed to be doing, what happens after this, and how powerful, strong, healthy, and vital can I be? When you ask these questions, your brain automatically wants to find the answer. That's just what the human mind does. We ask a question, we find an answer. Once we put ourselves into a box and say, this is all that there is, okay, well then, just like Henry Ford said, whether you say you can or say you can't, you're right. Same thing goes with when we say this is all that there is. You're right, that's all you can perceive. You're correct. That doesn't mean that on the large objective scale that is really all that there is. But we live in a world full of people that also have their own opinions and say this is the way that things are, and they are not able to see beyond the boundary of their own belief structure, no matter, even in the face of overwhelming proof. And that's okay, that is not their journey. But for those people who are out there right now, who are seekers, who want to explore more of what their consciousness and their body and this amazing energy vehicle, this avatar that we have, can do, the White Dove Method is a very good place to start. No matter what other discipline you do, it is a force multiplier unlike any I've ever seen, where it just makes you better at whatever you do, whether it's athletics or in the bedroom or and just your meditative and energy work disciplines, your breath work discipline, no matter what it is, it will improve it.
Yeah, I love that, force multiplier. I'm excited to do this before either the Wim Hof I've been doing for a few years now, leading a group, and also the meditations, because you've got your own meditations, I'm excited for them, and also the existing ones, to see how much deeper I can drop in, because I often precede a meditation with breath work anyway, and this is like that times 10 or whatever random multiplier I come up with. 70% of statistics are made up on the spot.
Yes, and 70% of our toxins are released through our breath. So if you want to detox, learn breath work.
That's huge. You reminded me, that was one of the biggest takeaways of that webinar in 2020. 70% of our toxins we release from our breath. And imagine how many people aren't doing that these days, for whatever reason.
Very few humans actually breathe correctly.
Yeah.
Granted,
Yeah.
they breathe because that's why they're still alive, obviously.
Yeah.
But there are over 200 different health conditions that have been linked to improper breathing.
Yeah. And the book Breath as well, we've both read this book. Breath is phenomenal. It talks about the why behind all of this stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Nate, again. It's been awesome.
My friend, thank you.
I'm excited for putting this into the practice, the daily practice, an amazingly powerful morning routine.
Yes.
So I'll be reporting back in 30 days to see.
Sounds great. I look forward to supporting you on that journey.
I'll be driving up here blindfolded.
There you go. Okay. So everybody out there, in 30 days, let's stay off the sidewalks, okay? Just saying. Just saying, we're not
You're
going
going to
there.
see me driving around a go-kart, crashing into everything.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Neil. This has been an honor and a pleasure having you here. And for everybody out there, much peace and love to all of you. Enjoy your path and your journey in your life. You only get one. Who knows how many other ones you get? But enjoy every single second of this one, because every single second is precious. So,
Totally. And if they want to do the white dove method, what
Yes.
do they do? I can send you a link. Probably the easiest
yes,
thing.
follow this link. We have another event coming up here in Sawtell, Japantown in Los Angeles on March 17th and 18th, 2023. And we have a special discount code for you with Neil, and we would love to see you. This is something that every journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, right? But this is more like one of those things where you get to bound is your very first step, especially if you've never done breathwork or meditation before, or if you do have some kind of a lung issue, whether it's asthma, it's the long C word, things of that nature. This has done amazing for people who are chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, you name it, because we do have the ability to heal. We have the ability to make ourselves ill. We have the ability to make ourselves well. But a lot of people, they might understand that conceptually, but they just don't know how. This gives people a very clear roadmap. Do these things in this order in order to feel better. And we can't guarantee any healing. However, what we have seen and people have reported has been very miraculous for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but many. There's nothing that's 100%. Other than you get a life and it will end at some point. Those two things are 100%. But
Yeah. I always like to say every form of treatment or every form of therapy works some of the time.
True.
And I like to also think and try and simplify things. We are all energy. We all have the same fundamentals. And obviously you can't make the claims that you can cure this, that or the other. What you can say is what we're going to do is teach you some great skills to ignite your own healing capacity, like tap into your own innate healing abilities. We can help you do that.
Yes.
And then whatever, I'm talking for you, I guess.
For sure, yeah.
That's what this method does, is in my perception.
That's
Like,
correct.
You're helping people tap into that innate healing capacity of the human body.
Right. And it's creating the environment
Yeah.
internally and externally, naturally, to create a place where homeostasis and health can actually happen. And because when it comes to healing, everybody does it themselves. It's always an inside job, full stop, always. Whether it's a doctor giving you a pill, it allows your body to kill the bacteria that will then allow you to heal. Whether it's a surgery that will stop the bleeding, but you still have to heal. They can't put anything on you to heal you. Your body does it.
Yeah.
Right? And so, especially with the cancer remissions, things like that I've seen with Dr. Joe's work, with what we do, it's always an inside job. And so, to that point, so is world peace. World peace is an inside job. It starts in the hearts of every single individual on this planet. And so that's what, when you think white dove, you think peace and justice for humanity, you think inner peace. That's really the crux of what we're doing here, is to find that inner peace for ourselves so that we are, not we have or we project, but we are that inner peace that we want around us. And isn't that what Gandhi said? Is be the change you want to see
Yeah.
in the world?
Oh yeah, powerful one.
And this helps people be that change. If the change that people want is more inner peace, more energy, more vitality and stamina, better immune system, they want to be the best human that they can be. If that's the change they want, this is something that will help them. If people are very content, if where they're at and they really enjoy the suffering, this isn't for you. This isn't for you. That's okay. Still love you anyway. So,
On that note, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. It's been amazing. Everybody out there, take care.
Check out the White Dove method, and I'll send you a link below.